Welcome back to the Nerdrotic channel. My name is Gary Beekler. I am live in San Francisco, California, and I come to you from nerdrotic.com. Good morning, everybody. It is time for the Nerdrotic Nooner. Welcome, everybody in the chat. If you are new to the channel, we do this regularly. It's just me talking with you in the chat. We're going to hopefully a few more people will come in. Got a couple topics on the table for today, but we could talk about whatever you want to. It's all good. This is a chance for us to, I don't know, kind of chat the morning away, as they say. Now, in the title, Star Trek Discovery is in there again. I just want to put out a little bump, a reminder that there is a lawsuit out there because it's not being reported anywhere. I fully believe it is being suppressed, or maybe not on the orders of CBS, but just companies just don't want to mess with CBS. They are a very powerful corporation. This video was immediately demonetized based on the title, I'm sure, which again, that's no big deal. You end up requesting a review, and 9 out of 10 times they end up monetizing the video, and I don't care about the monetization. It's really pennies. It's more of it gets recommended, so the video is able to be seen. I was just listening to EVS, and a lot of live streamers like to go out there and I understand why they do this. They do the live streams, but then they take them down because they fear it hurts their channel and the algorithm. It actually doesn't. It doesn't. I want to give them a little bit of unsolicited advice. It's how you title the video. A lot of these live streams get titled just generic titles, and that is not what YouTube is looking for. And that's why your videos aren't getting recommended, because there's no keywords in there. Even though you can put the keywords below, you still have to have something in the title that will get you linked to another video. So like, hopefully this Star Trek lawsuit will get linked to other Star Trek lawsuit videos and stuff like that. So that's how you get recommended. Because a lot of our videos are up there and they're 2-3 hours long sometimes. So it's got nothing to do with it. It's got more to do with a lot of people just don't like to click in on really long videos. Yeah, it's probably stymied our growth a little bit, but considering we don't do many of those short videos and we've been growing the way we are, I'm pretty happy with it. And I don't need to have a couple 100,000 subscribers. That's not the goal. I kind of like a small to medium is fine. It would be like way too much work, and I would have to do this full time now. I want to do this part-time, a little more than we have been doing it here. And that is in the cards. That is in the future, the very near future. So that's why we are going to be doing some more short recorded videos to help grow a little faster than we are now. But not saying I'm not happy with our growth, because I am. I'm very grateful for it, and it's amazing, and I can't believe we've gotten this far. So it has been very cool, and it's been fun talking to the tribunal members. We chat regularly now, and that's a lot of fun. But I can't talk about most of it. So hello, Mary. Hello, Mark. Hello, Felipe, Morks, Penn Farm Girl, Nigel. Greetings, Nigel. It's not morning for you. It's probably evening for you, I imagine. What is it? It's 10 here. It's 9 hours difference. So 7, 8, something like that. Who else is here? Yeah, it's just you guys. What's up? We'll wait for a few more people to roll in, and we'll talk about subjects. Also, later on in the live stream, 6:43 p.m. in the wonderful United Kingdom, England. Love that place. Love it. Can't wait to go back. Going back next year, Nigel. We need to have some tea. We need to have some tea and crumpets. No, I don't actually like tea nor crumpets, but you can have tea and I can have coffee. It's all good. Yeah. Oh, I'm Grand Muff Tarkin. What's up, man? How's it going? We got your message on Twitter. It's okay that you missed the tribunal, and I'm glad you were there in spirit. We felt you there in spirit. We did. Yeah. So I hope everybody's having a great day. I had a lot of fun yesterday, just I'm working on a recorded video, and it's going to be about 11 or 12 minutes long. And I am reminded that I'm a really anal retentive editor. So 4 hours I spent on 5 minutes yesterday, and I still have 6 minutes to edit. That's going to be up later this afternoon. I know I promised it for the morning, but there's no way that was going to happen. I was up till 1 again last night. I cannot stay up that late. We did the great tribunal live stream Saturday night. It was kind of a last minute thing. We got it together. Over 5 hour live stream. It is worth a listen. It is hilarious. Hilarious. Doomcock is fucking funny, man. He is the new type of comedian. And Random was comparing him to Bill Hicks and the types like that. And I completely agree with her on that one. That Doomcock is taking comedy where comedians don't want to take it anymore. Comedy is kind of dead at this point with the PC culture. So it's nice to see somebody pushing the envelope. But no, he's not going to make everybody happy, and that's cool. A good comedian should not make everybody happy, except for Bill Hicks. We all praise Bill Hicks and miss him dearly. Yeah. Mary, I hope you're doing okay today. It's good to see you. Pre-recorded videos are so 2017. They are, Ed Brewer. And I just got back from VidCon, and they just did a whole thing on like, that's what they're trying to go away from, but it still helps grow the channel. So what I'm probably going to do, Ed, is end up repeating myself, because we get into a lot of really good topics on our long live streams. So instead of just me recording one, I'm going to just take the segment out like a lot of other people do, but I'm going to edit it. I'm going to throw in pictures and, try to spice it up a little bit and steer people to the live streams. Cause, Dennis has a lot of good takes, and Susan has a lot of good takes that I want to throw in there too. I don't want it to just be me. And, a lot of stuff gets lost. You guys got to check out our Friday night show. It has really turned into something pretty good, if I do say so myself. The Friday show is based on our original podcast. Why we originally were here was just us talking about topics and giving unsolicited opinions and unsolicited advice and snap judgments, stuff like that. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun because it's supposed to be based around a bunch of people just talking in a comic shop. That's what the podcast is based on. So I am proud of Friday night, especially with, Dennis and Susan. So please check it out. Mecca has come in on one. We've had guests. We've had Doomcock. We've had Feisty on. We've had Comics Division on, and we'll have them on in the future. And there's a lot of them to go through. There's a playlist somewhere in our channel you can find. It's the Nerdrotic podcast. Look for that playlist. And there's about 80 shows in there. So there's a lot to cover. Yeah, late nights. Penn Farm Girl says, yes, Mary, 2 late nights. I'm paying for it at work today. Yeah. Whew, man. Thank God I had today off. And thank God Mrs. Nerdrotic was lovely and let me sleep in. She usually, I usually don't. I usually get up and make her coffee and see her off to work. I like to see her before I go. But I was up. I was destroyed last night. So I set the coffee on a timer. She let me sleep in. Mrs. Nerdrotic rocks. Thank you very much, Melissa. But I can't make a habit of that. That would not be good. I should have Harvey on. Yes, I should have Harvey on. Press the button, TM. Yeah. So later on, hopefully we'll get to some woo-woo, because there's that Sunspot station that's been closed down, and they finally gave a reason for it, and it just sounds like such an X-Files government reason that something really went down. It was either anyway, we'll talk about that later. I also want to talk about Bright Insights video on the Rakat structure. I found that fascinating. I'm not now when I talk about the woo, I'm not saying I necessarily believe every bit of it, but I'm pretty open minded to that stuff, and I find it interesting and fun. It's very entertaining. But I'm really into that stuff. Halam 899, we remember you. We do. How can we forget? Yes, the woo-woo. TJ Warner, woo-woo is UFOs, ancient civilizations, Atlantis, conspiracies, woo-woo. Yeah. I'm a big fan. I think In Search Of got me started on it. And then Art Bell, was big fan of Art Bell. Not really a fan of George Nuri, but there's a lot of other stuff out there. That's pretty. Jimmy Church is pretty good. Yeah. Big, really into Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson. Those two, Joe Rogan podcasts, or three of them were great. The Elon one is fantastic as well. Everybody focused on the pot smoking on that, but Elon, it was great. I thought he was brilliant. I love that he's a CEO. We need more CEOs like him. Not a bunch of, stick in the muds with suits on or pantsuits, whatever. Coast to Coast was great in its time. It really was, TJ Warner. It was the best. Did not miss an episode. I want to talk about a lot of lost sleep. Hey, oh, look who's in the chat. Anas Abdin, hello. Hey there. Just wanted to thank you so much for all your support. I can't describe to you how much I appreciate your effort and time spent on this. My pleasure, sir. My pleasure. It is horrible what has happened to you. And we've talked about it before. If people are not familiar, Anas Abdin, I hope I'm not destroying your name, by the way. It developed a kind of a point and click game on Steam. It looks like a really fun game, and it's really imaginative, and they use a tardigrade to travel through space. It's got a very interesting cast of characters that look a lot like the characters from Star Trek Discovery. And Mecha Randoms here. What's up? Yes. All hail astronaut, an astronaut cartoon. Yes, I want to say that right. Yes, definitely. Give him your support, please. Check out the game and just shout outs. Generally, give a shout out once in a while just to remind everybody there's a lawsuit going on because it is being suppressed. They are not talking about it. And I'll give you an example. Here, give me a second here. I'll give you an example of why I believe this is being suppressed, because all you have to do is Google here, if I get this right, Star Trek Discovery plagiarism lawsuit, and then I'll just put here we go. Let's go Deadline Hollywood. That's a pretty legit site. We'll go Deadline Hollywood plagiarism. I can spell it. Sure I can. Oh, well, thanks to Google, it'll help me. And here, I'll show you. Like, it's not like they don't report plagiarism lawsuits, because they do. There was a couple recently. And this is just Deadline Hollywood. This is just me Googling Deadline Hollywood. And you have the Duffer Brothers respond to plagiarism charge, and that was over Stranger Things. Instinct showrunner apologizes for Similar Bones storyline. Guillermo del Toro denies Shape of Water influenced by whatever, but Hellboy. More Duffer Brothers, Stranger Things, Lindsay Lohan's lawyer accused of plagiarism. Yeah. So it's not like they don't report plagiarism, please. So why are they not I mean, like, simply report it. You don't even have to give an opinion on it. I think it's really weird that a major show of like one of the top 10's IP in the world is a plagiarism lawsuit isn't being just reported. Interesting. And this isn't some willy-nilly one. There's a lot of similarities here. Okay. Not a lawyer, not up on copyright law. I mean, I hope like hell you win and you get everything you want. That's what I want. I want you to be happy. I don't think it's going to stop Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Discovery will probably eventually just stop itself. But as long as it's going, and then what really pissed me off, and please, 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 please check out Doomcock's interview on this. I will share it in the description. It's brilliant. Well done. You really get to the bottom of it. You see the human element of this. My heart goes out to your parents and the fact that you're taking care of them. That's awesome. By the way, not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. And on the human level, this is just a person trying to create a video game, make a creation, and you got some big company bullying him around. I love the offer of, we promise not to sue you. Yeah, screw you, CBS. Come on. Have a little, yeah, well, that's asking too much. I was going to say have a little class, but nah, never mind. That's really naive of me to think of that. So here, I'm also going to go to a search on Star Trek Discovery. I'll get to the chat here in a second, guys. I'm not ignoring you. And it is an honor to have you here. It is an honor. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you put in Star Trek Discovery plagiarism lawsuit, and oh look, there's our video. Yay! And you see 2 Midnight's Edge. Let's go to the right here. Um, Sid Alpha is done one. I think that one actually got a lot of views, and that's good. A couple of the videos did get a lot of views, and that's very encouraging. Oh look, there's today's video. So that's how little it's reported. Is my little 5,000 plus subscriber channel puts up a video and it shows up. Okay, now we also have Media Play News is reporting on it, which is good. That is very good. So John Latcham, well done. Give him a click for reporting on it, please. It is being reported on Plagiarism Today. I did not know there was a Plagiarism Today. So there, give them a click if you like. Well done for reporting on it. I mean, I don't know what their opinion is on the matter, but simply it being reported is all we're asking. One Angry Gamer. Well, this is good. That's actually good that it's being reported on by One Angry Gamer. So there you go. Give them a click, and then it's Reddit posts and forums, and yeah, and then it. I think if you go further, it goes into Axonar lawsuits and stuff. Even though you know, and then if you put here, if I add Tardigrades, which I can't, I can always spell. That's all right. There we go. So we get Twitter and we get forums. Oh my God. So yeah, it doesn't help. It's not being reported, folks. And yeah, I'm calling out you, Hollywood Reporter and Deadline, and all you rags that love to report on stuff like, upskirts and boob slips and all that other crap. You got a real story here with the real human being that would get clicks, but somehow you don't want to. Hey, you can see how my stream's doing. It says okay. By the way, how's it looking, everybody? And the hunky chunky funky monkey, thank you for the super chat. The real insult is plagiarism. Somebody's game is a terrible job, and the terrible job they did of it. Yes, the game is superior in every way. Thank you all for your kindness. This is too much for me, and it's my honor to be with you. You're most welcome. And man, sorry. Got some goosebumps there, man. Got some goosebumps there. A lot of hyperbole happens on our channels. We try to make a big deal of stuff to try to entertain you. That's what we're here to do, I guess. But when you actually talk to the person who's involved in the article and you see them as a human being, which we all should try to do more often, to be honest with you, myself included, it takes it to a whole new level. So I wish you all the best. I really do. And maybe day down the line we can talk when this is all over or in the future and hear that you're happy and and the game is doing well and it's finally out there making some money. And when that time comes, please do not hesitate to contact any of us here at the Tribunal, which is Mecha Random. She's here in the chat, Mecha Random 42, Doomcock, of course, Midnight's Edge, who has a huge reach. And we'll try to get others on board. I think we really should on this. And yeah, we exaggerate and swear to get people to pay attention. We do it because we love this community, and we do, Mecha, and that's it. That's it. You have to sometimes wave a flag and go, hey, do something to get attention. And as long as it's not personal attacks, it's freaking awesome. I have no problem with it. And we stay away from that, which is good. Random's, she looks very nice. She is nice. She's very cool, but man, watch out for Random. Watch out. Yes, and we were discussing that today. And can we? This is a term Mecha came up with in our messaging today that we are going to start saying a little more. Predatory media and predatory studios. And maybe we can even take that to creators. They like to use buzzwords out there. Well, we can come up with our own. Mecha did that, and I thought it was a really good idea. And that's what this is. And yes, it is being predatory by suppressing. So please, once in a while, show support. I'll throw up a reminder as much as I can. I'll try to do it like at least once every couple weeks. I'm sure this lawsuit. I don't know how much you can talk about an asset, and I don't. Yeah, don't get in any trouble. And we don't need to know any details. We just need to know it's still going on, and when he feels comfortable sharing details, he will, and then we will share them as well. Um, Believe me, they are lucky. I have a full time job. I'd be on this shit every day. I have this problem of letting things go. I do. Yeah. So let's get up to the chat here and see what all you want. Thanks again, the Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey, for the £5 super chat. It is great to see you here. And we're going back. I'm going to go all the way up. Doomcock talked about the woo woo yesterday. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I want to get up, and we will get back to the woo woo Pen Farm Girl. He did. When I found out Doomcock was into the same stuff I was not surprised, but very happy. Adam West is here. That's awesome. Just awareness helps so much. Let them know we won't stand for the predatory studios to take advantage of us. No. And we won't stand for them picking on a single creator when it's clear. And maybe CBS was not aware of this. Maybe they found out later. And I think that's probably the case. Like the big powers that be probably had no freaking clue. And it might have been just one writer. And I mean, I don't know. Brian, I'm guarantee you they're going to probably try to blame it on Brian Fuller, who I will be talking about extensively in my recorded video concerning American Gods. But CBS probably sees that if they admit any fault, then they'll have to pay something out. And I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. Yeah, TJ Warner, David Icke is way too woo woo for me. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get up to where Anas astronaut cartoon. Oh man, I'm so fired up you were in here. That is so cool. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for subbing to the channel. Yes, and we'll have to talk to you soon when you can. Don't, no hurry or anything. I'm kind of the worst interviewer in the world. Yeah, I chit chat really good, but not really good with the questions. Dennis is good with that stuff, and Susan's the best. Penn Farm Girl says, we're all hoping for a just outcome for you. And that's what we all want. And it's awesome that you're all showing him support. I love that. You guys are brilliant. Lane Bachelor says, stand firm. This is ballsy. This is brave, taking on a studio like this. That's a scary prospect. So he has every right to, and I'm glad he did. I wonder how many people don't. Just even with my last job, who was my last job, the reason I left was they were screwing us out of overtime, and everybody knew it, and nobody did anything about it, and I was the only one yelling about it, and then I got labeled the troublemaker. So I ended up bailing, and then a couple months later, class action lawsuit. Eventually, Star Trek will rise from the ashes. Joe Jessup, yes. We do want to separate the fact that CBS is tarnishing our beloved franchise. As much as it pains me to put plagiarism right next to Star Trek, this version of Star Trek isn't really Star Trek, so it doesn't really count. But and it's not the first time Star Trek creatively has done stuff like this. They have priors. Penn Farm Girl is sending positive thought. Oh, it's positive. Well, yes, we want to send positive thoughts to Feisty. I need some positive thoughts right now. Getting results on an MRI in 30 minutes. My positive thoughts are going your way, Feisty. We'll talk after the show, Feisty. Grandma Farkin says STD was dead in the water before it started. It kind of was, and they had to double down. We talked about that when it got, you know, guaranteed a season 2. It's like, what else were they going to do? Were they going to cancel it just starting their CBS All Access? Uh, oh, that just reminds me of the freaking, they promised and asked they wouldn't put the tardigrade anymore. Well, they had already wrote the fucking thing out of the show. God damn it. Yeah, it like, oh, that was nice. And then we promised not to sue you. Ooh, go get him, man. uh, well, I just put in Star Trek Discovery lawsuit and a ton of links came up. Yes, they do. But it's the nature of the links, Silver Spike one. That's the problem I have. Oh, there's tons of people talking about it on Reddit and stuff, and that's great. I want lots of people to talk about it. I really want it picked up by a major news source just once. But people are, you're right, Silver Spike. People are definitely talking about it. And honestly, maybe that's not what we need. Maybe we need more people talking about it in Reddit because, irrelevant entertainment media is, well, for lack of a better word, irrelevant. And that's why more people are coming to YouTube. They're coming for the truth, basically. We're not bought and paid for yet. Yeah, but you're right, Silver Spike. That is, there are plenty of links and there's lots of forums talking about it, and that's how it starts. Maybe it gets reported on later, and that would be great. Maybe they're sitting on it until Star Trek Discovery season 2 comes out. Now, as I worked out on my mind, that would almost make sense. And we definitely have to bump it right around that time when the Star Trek shorts come out, and then when season 2 starts coming out. And the Star Trek, real quick news on that, the Star Trek shorts hired a Rick and Morty writer today. I don't know which one, but they hired a Rick and Morty writer. Mead does rock. Midnight's Edge After Dark, Tom and Rob and Andre rock. Slurmy Scott is sending positive thoughts to Feisty. Joe Jessup, yes. Les Moonvis, he asked if Les Moonvis has been thrown out. Yes, he has. Bye-bye, Les. That's going to create like a huge power vacuum. No, that's good. I mean, CBS has got a lot to think about right now. They have a power vacuum, a power struggle. There was going to be a buyout. That's been put on the back burner for now. The best place to go for that is Midnight's Edge After Dark. They have done great work on that. Joe Jessup says Axanar would have been glorious. It would have. I mean, think of a perfect world, a world where we can watch a full Axanar and then go play our Tardigrades game afterwards. And I'm not a gamer, okay, but I am going to get this game. My son is going to get this game. My wife is going to get this game. I'm going to get multiple Steam accounts. Maybe I have them already. And and then Mecca mentioned we should live play it. I totally would be down for that. And you guys can all see, like, gaming is a talent, okay? It's an actual talent. It's not something that everybody can do. I've put in the hours and I just don't get better. Yeah. I don't know what your review. Okay. If Gary will have me, of course you can come on the channel, Feisty. What is it, Dragon Prince? Yeah, let's see how quickly we can watch it. I gotta down like 4 episodes of Farscape, a few more Venture Brothers episodes, but yeah, let's do it. I heard good things. There's no favorites here. I love everybody in the chat. Okay, I'm just giving a special shout out to Penn Farm Girl, Mary Feisty, and Mecca, who, I mean, they are here almost every chat. That's amazing, and I really appreciate that. But I don't want to deny, Ken Jack Ben's here a lot. You guys, like, yeah, and I'll thank you all, but like, man, that is awesome. And it's good to see Nigel. I know Nigel's busy. Uh, all Brits, what is that? All Brits look up to the Klingons. Their women are busty, and no one makes fun of their teeth. Well, not twice at least. Not the Klingons, Nigel. Um, it was so the funniest thing is the politeness. That was the biggest shot. Everything else was kind of normal from when I first went there. You know, it was great to see, and um, but the politeness, like people on the train are really nice, and they'll get out of your way, and I mean, and it's clean. Uh, Not that way here. Not that way here. Our trains are not clean. Adam West asked, "Did you read the original the Ghostbusters 3 original script, Hellbent, which would have made better Ghostbusters than the girl Ghostbusters?" I have not. I will check it out. Was that the one that was supposed to reunite the OG team? Okay, so speaking of games, the Ghostbusters video game I liked. I thought that was cool. A friend of mine worked on it. Got a free copy. I dug it. Logan dug it. Logan's all into the Spider-Man game right now. Halam899 is happy all the time, even when it's darkest around me. You got to be. All you got to do is smile. Halam, they like, because what else are you gonna do? Cry? Uh, Although I'm like, there's certain types of people I'm always suspicious of, and that's people who are happy all the time, people who are quiet, people with small hands. No, just kidding. Um, Grady, what's up, Grady? Oh, Halam899. I'm glad you brought that up because I guess that's a thing, and I am super hyped for that too. Matt, I am from the UK too, and I'm hyped up for Captain Britain in the MCU. That is going to be brilliant. Guy Ritchie might be attached. Holy crap. Um, yeah, we could talk about that later too. That's a good one. That's a good one. Love Captain Britain. I hope they like mix in Union Jack with that as well. Big Union Jack fan. And then the chat just jumped on me. I hate it when it does that. Jasper Seho says, "Good morning." Grady Burrows says, "I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens." I'm trying to catch up on the chat. It wasn't Fuller, says Joe Jessup. It was CBS Brass. And I agree. I just think they're going to blame it on Fuller. I think they're going to make it. Well, yeah, they're going to make him a fall guy. And that would be kind of karma ish. Oh, you know what? Now, well, you'll see in my American Gods video. I've kind of worked out some of the information, and the source of all the problems is surprising and disappointing. So you got to wait for the video. American Gods is a miss and a half. I miss it, and it's gone. It's gone. We're even when we get season 2, we are not getting the show that we watched in season 1. It's going to be fundamentally different. So yeah, you might as well just go through your 5 stages of grief because that is gone. Halam says, "I'm a great interviewer." Thank you guys for backing me up, Mecha Random 42 and Nerdrotic Channel. There's no need to thank us, Mary. Thank you. Thank you. Your support is amazing. Um, and anything we can do to help lighten your day is an honor. I came up with theme song for the Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. Set to the tune, play that funky music, white boy. I want to hear that, Ken Jack Ben. The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. That's another really good chatter. I mean, it is the best chat ever, Morks, and it's funny because you go. I go through a lot of live streams. I just finished watching EVS's live stream, and if there's any live streamers watching, I watch you guys. I lurk a lot of them. There's some I don't participate in at all, but there's some I participate in a lot. And there's like you see certain chatters they kind of float through as well. And the Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey is one of those, and he's like that's solid chatter. Um, like you all are, like I I don't want to get too mushy, but um, it's cool that we even sometimes disagree, but it's always pretty fun here. So I try to keep Monday kind of light. Uh, Von Daniken is my favorite woo woo meister, says Grady Boyles. He is the godfather of woo woo. One of them, anyway. You could put him on the Mount Rushmore of woo woo. Uh, uh, D Predator says it's all about preparation. Just prepare a bunch of questions beforehand and start the flow naturally. Yeah, the problem is I'm a chatty bitch, and like I start like talking over, so I got to really dial it back. That's why even on the tribunal I tried to dial it back, or I will just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and especially when I'm on somebody else's channel. um TJ Warner, best job I've had is building my own business. I'm loving it. I can be at home at times like this. TJ Warner, yes. I'll be very honest with you. After I sold my store, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it at the time. There is absolutely no regrets from selling my store. By now, I would have been completely bored of it. I get bored of things. I like to mix. I like to drastically mix up my life every few years just to keep things interesting. Plus, I get bored of stuff. But I missed owning the business. Now, I didn't miss that business, but I missed being a boss and owning a business, and not even being a boss. It was more like working on my own thing and putting my heart and soul into my own thing instead of giving it to somebody else who was, paying me very well. And I'm grateful for that. But um, honestly, I'm not 100% into it. I'm only 100% into my own stuff or my family stuff or the salon. Um, so yeah, it is really rewarding and fun, and I can't wait to get back to it, TJ. I don't know if I'm even going to make it 2 months, to be honest with you. I talk about it now, but there's times I could start this right now. Now I can't start the comic store for a couple months for contractual reasons. Although I don't think Brian would give me a hard time. I need a couple of months to prep for that. But in the meantime, I could do YouTube full time, pump out some videos, do some more live streams. Um, our Patreon is growing, so I mean, it could almost supplement a little teeny bit of my income to make it through. I've got the money saved too to make it through a couple months till the shop starts. But yeah, I'm thinking about it out loud, and the plan sounds better every day. It does. Yeah, it's hard to give up free benefits, but I don't think they're going to be free very much longer. The way things are going at the company. Silver Spike, no truer words have ever been spoken. The thing is, sadly, it's their franchise, not ours. Um, but which is to the letter of the law, you are absolutely right, Silver Spike. And the thing is, they require us to have a franchise. So whose is it really? I mean, they could own something that's not going to make them any money. So they need to really think about what entertains us and what makes us happy. And the biggest problem with Hollywood and entertainment is they're making stuff for each other and not for us. They're making stuff so they can, like Marvel Comics is a great example. Marvel Comics is making stuff for the other artists. It's turning into jazz. Okay, now this isn't a criticism on jazz, people, so please don't. I'm not a fan of it, but I understand that technically it's one of the greatest forms of music out there and some of the most talented musicians. I get it. I just don't like it. Okay. So jazz is music for musicians. That's what the saying is. That's what comics are turning into. It's comics for, and not even every creator. And now Hollywood is going there. They're starting to make stuff for each other, and they're not making stuff for the masses. And when you make stuff for the masses, you got to you have to be centrist, absolutely 100% centrist with everything. If you show one side, you show a mirror side. That's gone. That's gone and dead, never coming back. That's fine. But or you can be, you just need to be talented. Like I said before, Alan Moore is crazy, but I love him. I love his writing. I love almost everything he does. Not everything, but almost everything. And there's a lot of writers who I don't agree with, but I love their work and continue to love their work and will always love their work. And of course, they can have their own opinions and such, but you risk losing fans and customers when you spout them too much. Once in a while is fine, I'm sure. But I can't tell you now that I'm spending more time on Twitter, I have to mute so many people because I just don't want to hear how much they hate a politician all day, every day. Like once in a while is fine, but some of the feeds are just all day, every day. And it's like, hey, this is boring. So, and I don't want to unfollow them. So I just mute them and I'll check in once in a while. But some of these are like my good friends. And this is after I've told them, dude, shut up. And they just say no. And that's fine. Okay. What? No way. That is awesome. Hey, from Siberia. Okay. So there's no way I can say this name. I remember I'm public school educated here in California. So it's okay. Ksenia and Kriv Kriv Krivijenko. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Siberia. That's brilliant. Wow. The only thing I know about Siberia is it's cold and there's a bunch of mastodon bones up there buried in the permafrost. But is the permafrost really melting up there? But awesome. Welcome. See, bring in the world together. That's what we do here at the Nerdrotic channel. We all come together in nerddom, in geekdom, and stuff we enjoy. And I'm sure there's all likes of people in this chat. Nobody's fighting because we're just sitting there talking about Star Trek and bullshitting, and they're giving me interviewing advice, which I love. Thank you so much. Mecca sends feisty positive vibes. Yes, and everybody, please send feisty positive vibes. The MRI thing is a little scary, but feisty's tough though. Feisty's freaking tough. What she's going through, and what Mary's going through. You guys inspire me. And, I keep you guys in the back of my head when I'm, bitching about something, like I'm whining about work or like something's hard. I just think about like what's really hard, And my dad went through, what Mary's going through. And that sucked. Yeah, the whole thing. So stay strong, Mary. Babylon's 5's original story was going to be very different. Okay, so guys, don't unsub, please, and don't throw too much hate at me. I love J. Michael Straczynski, but I've seen some Babylon 5, but I haven't seen like all of it. So I am correcting that error now. I just never got around to it, but I'm good. Believe me, by the end of the year, I will be around to it. I'll probably be early next year. So, if you're pissed, I understand. Not a good nerd for not. And Feisty will back me up on this. J. Michael Straczynski, it's great to see him. I mentioned this to Penn Farm Girl in Mecca's chat, that it's nice to see him getting love because he does not get love in comic shops. He is a pariah in comic shops because he was involved with Spider-Man's One More Day, which triggers people just by saying it, triggers me, and it fundamentally killed the Spider-Man character. Maybe for good. It has not been the same since, I'll tell you that. And I tried to defend it, and then I read the issue. I was just like, oh. So One More Day is spoiler. Here, I'll get my sign out. Spoilers. Thank you, Viking bitch. One More Day is a Spider-Man story from about a decade ago, and Joe Quesada, the editor, wanted to break up Spider-Man and Mary Jane. They didn't like the marriage. So instead of having them have a divorce or something, they just made it not happen. And what happens is Aunt May gets shot. Kingpin puts a hit on Spider-Man. Aunt May ends up getting shot. She's dying. Spider-Man makes a deal with the devil. Devil wants Spider-Man's relationship in exchange, not his soul, his love. And they make a deal and they wipe it out of existence. Now, how does that sound to you? And yeah, and surprisingly, Spider-Man fans were really pissed off. Didn't see that one coming. Didn't see that one coming. Joe Jessup, I agree with you. And I don't think it was stealing, by the way. I've heard many different stories. I don't know anybody fact, but he said, I know it's wrong, but I don't care that DS9 stole from Babylon 5. DS9 turned out to be a great show. Babylon 5 uh, needed a bigger sustained budget to do what it intended to do. And it still pulled it off, I hear. So I will say that we got two good shows, folks. We got two good shows. I mean, it's fun that nerds, kind of, I like B5, I like DS9. It's just like, but at the end of the day, you end up, oh God, I just used that fucking saying. I should time myself out for saying that. It's probably because I've been watching Geeks and Gamers. Because I mean, honestly, love Jeremy, but you can drink every time he says at the end of the day. He watches a lot of sports ball. Yeah. So yeah, sorry for saying that. I think we get two good shows. When DC and Marvel fans are always fighting, it's like, hey, you guys win. They're both good. When Star Wars and Star Trek fans are fighting, they're both okay. No, neither of them are good. So you can fight away. We will all make more videos then. Yes, Mecca, we have to. We have to, because I'm going to be actually relying on this channel to make a couple of bucks. I don't require much. I don't. I definitely don't need any more toys. What do you think, guys? Maybe a couple more? There's some blank spaces up there I could still fill out. And there's stuff I haven't even put up. If you always see me looking to the left, it's my beautiful Christopher Reeve 1/6 scale. I had to sell that with the store, and that was one thing I really regretted. And I went and paid a ridiculous amount of money. It's pretty much the only thing I bought at Comic-Con, but here, I'll turn the camera around. You want to see it? Hang on. Oh, don't fall. There it is. It's beautiful. I love it. All right. Yeah, we'll do that office tour someday. I found a really long cord, so I don't have to use my phone because the phone reception here sucks. You have to be a tad realistic here. It's hardly world-shattering news. Unfortunately, that's the kind of stuff that happens all the time these days. Yep, Silver Spike. Silver Spike is such a great voice of reason. Silver Spike 1. She is wonderful. She's in the UK. She's worked on some shows too. Knows her stuff. I love the way it's called All Access. Anything but. Oh, God. Controversy helps with promotion. Unfortunately, yes, that's yeah. If any of those other guys with those big channels are kind of questioning why their channels aren't growing anymore, the channels grew because they rode the wave of controversy. They rode it perfectly. They got on that thing. They rode it as long as they could, and they got tons of subs. Now it's keeping them engaged. That's very, very important. And that's the tough thing. Through slow growth, and this isn't like, I mean, this is obvious stuff. This, you know what? You build a YouTube channel basically like you build a business. It's the same thing. And through slow growth, you get more of a sustained audience. So, there's the quick way to do things and there's the long way, and both of them can work. I mean, like, who wouldn't want, 80,000 subs instantly? It's awesome. Geeks and Gamers went from 800 to 80,000. That's amazing. Well done. Well done. I don't know if we're ever going to get that big just talking about television, but I'm not going to go away from that. I mean, we're still going to do news, but it's going to be related to television. I'm sure you noticed that I don't do videos on the MCU stuff. There's like a billion channels out there doing stuff on Marvel, the Marvel stuff. So and they're good, and you can just go check them out. We keep it strictly to TV, occasionally comic books, but it's mostly TV. Uh, Kick less Moonvis right in the nuts, man. Tom is an absolute sweetie on me. He is a sweetie, isn't he? He wants to stroke my beard too. But he has to buy me dinner first. Or at least some ice cream or something. You know. Then he'll have to deal with Mrs. Nerdrotic afterwards, but who you should be very frightened of. Mrs. Nerdrotic is a badass. I don't know if I've talked about this or not. Like she, I've actually seen her fight a guy and win. And it was, yeah. That was back in our teenage days. I've known Mrs. Nerdrotic since I was 15. So CBS bullied Axonar as well. They did. And they bullied the whole fan community, Mecca. I mean, you know, Anas is wonderful and one of the latest to be bullied. But CBS, since they took over Star Trek full time, has done everything wrong. Has absolutely, I mean, they are the Kathleen Kennedy of Star Trek, just that whole organization. They've just, every move has been stupid. What's my favorite alternative version of Spider-Man? I mean, Ultimate Spider-Man. That's the basic one. The Peter Parker one and the Miles Morales. When Miles Morales started, I don't like how they're writing him now, but when Miles Morales started, it was okay. Big fan of Spider-Man Noir. That is great. Wasn't a fan of Spider-Man 2099 until I saw, was it Shattered Dimensions or Dimensions in Time? The two video games that were kind of alike. They both dealt with like alternate Spider-Mans. Oh my God, Spider-Man 2099 was so good. It like made me look at the character completely differently. I was like, wow, okay. So those two games are great, by the way. I did play a lot of those. Logan is a big fan. Spider-Man PS4 is good, says Halam99. It really is. I'm rubbish at gaming, Silver Spike. Yeah, me too. Me too. Feisty Fan says it's so good. I'd be down for streaming. I'm working on Twitch account myself. Oh, that's good. That's good. I am not going to go to Twitch because I don't game, but I will guest on Twitch for sure. Yeah, let's do something. Let's do a stream on that. What the hell? So the timing on it though, Feisty, we'd have to do it because it just got released, right? Or has it been out for how long has it been out? Because it depends. We'll do like a season 1 review. Let's try to do it within the next week. Actually, we're not covering a ton of shows, so if we can do it later in the week, if that works out for your schedule, we will talk. Sayquist, what's up? We'll talk back channel, Feisty. What's up, Sayquist? How you doing? My former career on YouTube was indie gaming. Let's play. Yes. Yes. Mecca has been on YouTube for a while and knows the ins and outs and has done the impossible, has changed the direction of her channel and changed it pretty quickly. And it's doing very well. And I could not be happy. She just passed 7,000. She's probably well on her way to 8,000. She'll hit 10 soon. Could not be more proud of you, Random. You're doing a great job. You're an inspiration. And yeah, and I'm glad we're friends. I am. And I'm very proud to be on the tribunal. God damn, that was fun. Holy shit. I thought I was going to be in like all kinds of trouble. I mean, like trouble, not serious trouble, but rolling in the bed at 3:00 in the morning. And when I roll in the bed, the dogs freak out. So everybody wakes up. And we have 3 dogs. And yeah, it's like every time I walk in a room, it's like the first time they've ever seen a human being. So they freak out and bark. And I thought I was in trouble, but I wasn't. All she said was, sounded like you were having a good time in there. And I was. And none of us peed the entire 5 hours, or none of us admitted to it anyway. It's only 9 episodes and 30 minutes each. No time at all to watch. Great. It's kind of like Venture Brothers. Hello, Mike 899 says, I have nice teeth and I'm from the UK. Yes, you have. You had wonderful teeth there. There was only 2 stereotypes that I mean, there was one's good. You're polite, and the food did kind of suck. It did. We're probably well, we are very spoiled in this country when it comes to food. Um, and I'm not a foodie. Food is just sustenance. That's it. I mean, I'm not really into it, but damn, they'll let like this was the last time I was there was like 10 years ago, but they'll let like a tuna sandwich sit in a case with that's not refrigerated for like an entire day. I was like, what? And that was in a Starbucks. Like, what are you doing? Um, uh, so do I, and I live in the roughest part of Liverpool. Boodle. I have a couple friends who are council house kids, and they're hairdressers now. So they went from like really rough punk rockers getting in fights every day, practically starving on the streets, and now they're two very well off hairdressers. Um, Not that it matters, but they're straight, and straight hairdressers get more action than rock stars. By the way, just to have you know, well, you know, gay ones do actually the gay ones get more action than rock stars and straight hairdressers put together. Now that I think about it, but you know what I mean? Yeah, that whole hair world. Yeah, I did not go through some of the rougher parts, and that's kind of a thing I like to do when I go to other countries. Like when I was in Saint Martin, was in the Caribbean. I went to the Dutch side of that island. Holy crap. For one, I saw the biggest doobie I had ever seen in my life. This guy was smoking a joint, and I'm not kidding. It was like, it was like the end of this thing, man. It was so huge, and there was chickens running everywhere, and the houses were dilapidated, and yeah, just walk through, and but the people were really nice, like super nice. They kept on wondering why they thought I was lost, and they kept on trying to get me back to the other side. And I'm all, no, I want to be here. I'm checking it out. You know, how's it going? Um, Grady says, I am not opposed to the Picard series, especially if it touches on how uh, his time as especially if it touches on his time as Locutus of Borg, or how his time as Locutus of Borg changed him. That would be interesting. I listen. Kurtzman's involved. If Kurtzman wasn't involved and it was somebody else, even though it was under the CBS banner, I would have more faith. But it's more than I even okay. Even if it was Kurtzman involved, I would probably still have some hope. But it's Akiva Goldsman. Uh, uh-uh. It's I mean, like that guy is he doesn't know how. I mean, he does know how to write some stuff. I haven't seen it. I've just heard that. He's won an Academy Award, but that doesn't mean much. Him being involved, Batman and Robin, Grady, nipples on the bat suit. That's all I got to say. Nipples on the bat suit. Sonar in space. I want it to be good, though. I really, really do. It's not like I don't want it to be good. Red Letter Media, their pitch for Star Trek Galaxy, I thought was great. I'd watch that. What's up, Lloyd? Well, that was a post World War II. Brits had a huge sweet tooth. Once sweets became available again. Yeah, you know, that's the kind of stuff us Americans don't even think about. After your country got decimated in World War II, there wasn't food, there wasn't water. I mean, we talk about like my grandparents survived a depression, but like your parents or your grandparents survived, or maybe didn't, bombardment by the freaking Nazis. So yeah, that's something like that. Okay, unfortunately for me, it's getting too late and I have to go. He's probably already gone already. I got to wake up early again. I can never thank you enough for your support. Love you all so much. Anas Cartoon, thank you so much for coming in. I would love to have you on sometime when you can freely talk and we can just chit chat and you can tell us. You know what? Let's talk about your game. And yeah, and then like how you came up with the idea. I would love that's the kind of stuff I want to know, man. So we went get to know you and that'll be cool. So have a great day, have good sleep, and down with CBS. Uh, but seriously, have a good day. Thank you for coming in. That's brilliant. Fake it till you make it, says Feisty Fan. Yes, words to live by. Fake it till you make it, and this too shall pass. Those are my favorites. Those are my favorites. Oh, then there goes the chat skipping up on me again. Jessup's got to go. Great stream. Hey, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Joe Jessup. So have a wonderful day. Ah, well done. Thank you very much. Just read Neurotic Channel, FYI. Doomcock is over 10,000 subs. Everybody give it up. Everybody give it up for Doomcock. Well done. Now he's got the community tab and he can communicate with you guys through YouTube. That is brilliant. Now let's get Mecca over 20 or over 10,000. I think Mead is over 10. So we want to, keep going up. I'm the straggler here, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Only been seriously YouTubing for just about a year now. So that is great news. Awesome. Hail Doomcock. Halam 899 likes Auto Spider-Man. You like the superior Spider-Man? I didn't like that. My wife too. If the TJ Warner talking about his beard, my wife too. If I shaved mine off, she would shoot me. Yeah, she would divorce me and shoot me. Maybe not in that order, but yeah, it's not. It might change in length, but that's all. A Silver Spike. That's because they won't. They went into Star Trek verse without any idea what to do with it. It was all about launching their new channel. Yeah, that's what they focused on. And oh man, you're so right. They made every wrong decision possible. Okay, I understand the prequel thing now. I actually do. Anti-Trekker laid it out to where it made sense and something I honestly didn't think about. It's like they can't go farther ahead because then their technology will be godlike and there's no drama in that. So, okay. So you either have to decimate the Federation and dial back the technology or do another Voyager thing where you have a lost ship and your resources are limited. Oh, I got sunlight coming in here now. And or you do a prequel. So fine, do a prequel, but do one that's not related to that, where you don't have to bring in the Enterprise. Like the Enterprise is off on its mission, and you're just running around and not being related to it at all. Uh, they didn't need to do this. They did a lot of stuff they didn't need to do. They made it hard on themselves, and they can't complain, honestly. This is why I don't know what's related to, but goddamn good words, Ken Jackman. This is why their tyrannical rule will come to an end. You reap what you sow. Yes, CBS, I'm sure you're talking about. Yes, absolutely. My favorite is Halam 899. That's a good one too. Scarlet Spider. I did like the Scarlet Spider. I'm taking you all with me. If I have 10K, we all need 10K. Damn straight. We'll get there. We'll get there. My prediction is when Star Trek Discovery rolls back around, everybody's channel is going to get quite a bump. I think mine will get, but when the Expanse comes back, we have a lot of Expanse fans here. My big growth spurt came from a reaction video that I did at 11. Like it was the worst time to release it. I did it 11 o'clock at night, but somebody, God, I'm forgetting, and he might be in the chat. I'm sorry. Somebody tweeted at me that it might have been Movie Fanobi. Somebody tweeted at I just did a live stream with Feisty and Comics Division that Expanse got canceled. Did a video, got 60,000 views. That was all. I couldn't believe it. I was all watching it every day on my phone, going, "Damn," and it went nuts. It went nuts. And then we did some follow-up videos, and out of that, we got like a couple thousand subscribers. The rest of them came from like TV shows and stuff. Like we get a good bump on when there's a finale, like Castle Rock. We got a great bump, and then also lately we've been getting shouted out a lot by Mecca, Mead, and Doomcock, and that certainly has played into us. Like we blew past 5,000 on my birthday, and we're doing good. We're doing good. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Let's take a look at the Joker stuff. It's in the title. And I'll read some more chat here. There we go. I mean, it's not the Joker, and there's actual footage. I can't show the footage, but I'll show a picture. What do you guys think? I think um I mean, it's an Elseworlds, okay, so it's not the Joker. I think it's going to be confusing to the normies personally. Um, but I like Joaquin Phoenix, probably just because I like Walk the Line. I love that movie so much. But yeah, there you go. So they're doing a Joker origin story, and his name is like, oh God, somebody mentioned his name on Charlie did on Emergency Awesome. It's like Arthur or something. It's not, Jack. Yes, Arthur Fleck. Um, so the Joker, Arthur Fleck, and apparently this is being loosely based on the King of Comedy a little bit, or there's like, oh, I want to showing. Well, of course, Martin Scorsese is referring to his own work. But here, let's go to the article here. Unexpected first look at Joaquin Phoenix as a Joker. Director Todd Phillips, who I like very much, has posted our first look at Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, aka Arthur Fleck, is Warner Brothers in Warner Brothers featured Joker origin movie, and is not what you would expect. Check out the photo in the gallery below, and you can also click on to Just Jared to look at some of Phoenix in Harlem and the New York set. I don't know. Hopefully, please don't be porn. Well, I'll see if that gets up there later. So, yeah, Phillips is co-writing and directing the Joker film. It will explore the life of the man destined to become Gotham's Gotham City's clown prince of crime. The story takes place in the 80s outside of DC Extended Universe series of films. Early words suggest that the Joker's tone is being compared to Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver and King of Comedy. That's fitting because Scorsese is also co-producing the Joker movie. Uh, yeah, and Robert De Niro is going to be in it, and which is funny because, and I'll maybe I should just do a video on this later. Scorsese and De Niro both not a year ago were completely trashing comic book films, but here we are. Um, yeah. So what's with the long hair? Are they going to try to do the Heath Ledger thing, or will he cut it later? I don't think he would make a bad Joker as a general villain in the Batman story, but honestly, it sounds like they still want to produce superhero content, but they want to make it cheaper. And this looks like it's a reaction to Logan. All this is a reaction to Logan. Remember, Hollywood takes a while to get its shit together, so we're still dealing with people trying to copy Wonder Woman, and now people are going to try to copy Logan and do more sophisticated rated R superhero stuff. That's why we got Venom, although it got changed to PG-13. That's where this comes from. It's also cheaper to make, and I think that's what was an influence on the god awful Iron Fist 2. So I think we'll see a lot more of this, and they're gonna really find out quickly that we want to see superhero stuff in our superhero movies. Call me crazy. Uh, okay, yeah. So here's some more pictures of it, folks. Be right up. Then I'll get you guys in the chat. Hope I'm not losing too many people here. All right. Yeah, it's just that there's video on this too. There's a clown, and yeah. So I don't know. Who's Just Jared? I don't know. What do you think? It just looks like Joaquin Phoenix to me right now. I will remain hopeful for the movie because I love The Hangover. I really do. I think it's actually a very well directed movie. I think it's very stylish. I think that really played into why it's a good comedy. It is so well directed. I love the beginning credits, the Danzig song. So I think Todd Phillips can do a good superhero movie. And it's surreal seeing Martin Scorsese attached to one. If you would have told us, any nerd, 20 years ago that there's going to be a Joker movie and Martin Scorsese is going to produce it, we would have all been geeking out, going, "Yes, that's perfect, that's perfect, that's perfect." But now that we're deep into the comic book thing, well, and it's also how they're playing it. They're playing it as an origin without Batman, which again, you could have a Batman movie Without the Joker, you cannot have a Joker movie without Batman, without just a mention of him. Okay, like he's going to be a kid, so when I have a feeling we're not going to see the Joker until like halfway through the movie. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Um, uh, oh, well, Jess Reed says, I want to watch the 5 hour over the course of the week. I missed it due to Florence's stopping by. Okay. Hey, Jess, as long as you watch what you can, it's all good. It's all good. Now, I'm going to get back up here and get to the chat. And of course, we know that Doomcock hit 10,000. I'm very excited about that. Lane Bachelor says Spider-Man on Atari 2600 is nuts. I don't remember that. Oh yeah, when did the Atari 2600 come out? It depends. My gaming was limited in my youth. I had a ColecoVision. Is this glare like getting to be too much? I'm underlit right now. Awesome. Did I like the Outer Limits TV series in the 90s? Yes. Adam, all of those anthology shows. Absolutely. I loved every version of the Twilight Zone, all the versions of the Outer Limits, amazing stories, Tales from the Crypt. That's my jam. Those are my shows. That's the kind of shit I like. Friday, was it Friday 13th, the TV show? Yeah, loved it. Which was basically Needful Things. Love the movie Needful Things. That's the kind of stuff I like. Saquist says, yeah, you have a great wife, Gary. She is a true life partner. She is. She is. I'm very lucky to have her. And yeah, she's, best friend, all that stuff. She's a best friend. We do everything together. And yeah, that's the thing that makes all this great is like, not, man, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, just not completely happy with my job, but that's probably because I'm got one foot out the door. But the home life is great. That makes life. I mean, everything else will work itself out. You got a good home life, so right. America food equals McDonald's. Uh, don't touch that stuff. Not with a 10-foot pole, Nigel. But a lot of people do. In-N-Out Burger, Nigel. In-N-Out Burger. That is some good shit. There's also a thing called the Counter, which is good in LA. But yeah, don't want to talk food here. Yeah, let's get down here. I want to find out what people think. Maybe nobody gives a shit about the Joker. Maybe not, but I had it in the title. So I like scones and treacle. I do like scones. They're tasty. Yeah, food has definitely improved in the UK, says Madam. And I don't mean it. Listen, I love the UK. I want to live there. That's how much I love it. Like, freaking love it. I can't wait to go back. Every time I leave, I can't wait to go back. I adore it. It's my homeland. It's where where my family is from. So I'm adopted. We just did a 23andMe, and the family that adopted me is like full German. And it wasn't till right before my birthday, a couple months before that, where I found out that I'm like totally Irish. Had no fucking idea, like none. Yeah. So it's just like a commercial where it's like, oh, my last name, I thought I was this. Then you get your 23andMe and you're like, oh, now I'm gonna wear later. Now I've got to take, now St. Patty's Day has a whole new meaning for me, even though I don't drink. Irish and Western European. It's no Neanderthal DNA though. I was a little bummed about that. I was kind of hoping for the Neanderthal DNA. Viking bitch said that is a giant doob. What's up, Viking bitch? How's it going? Uh, yep, Mecha Random loves her Brits too. Yeah, we're both major Anglophiles. for sure. Like, if you wanna, hook me on anything, it can be set in England or Las Vegas, and I love it. I know Mecca used to live there. I love the Strip. My sister lived outside the Strip, and I was like, "It's alright." Uh, Flipping Vegas is my favorite all-time reality show ever. It only lasted 2 seasons, and the guy was totally obnoxious, but I love that show for some reason. Um, Mecca Random is a great YouTube lady, says Grand Moff Tarkin. Lamak, what is up? The Picard series is the brainchild of Christian Beyer, and people say she wrote the best Star Trek novels. So I think there is hope. That is good to hear. If Akiva Goldsmith is there in name only, and she is the one writing all the shows and in control, then that's good. That's good. I don't want to make it sound like I don't want it to be good. I just don't think it will be, but I could be wrong. And I will make a video admitting I was wrong if it's good. If Star Trek Discovery season 2 is good, it can't take away from the crap that season 1 was, but I'll admit it. I'm not, uh I might be brutal and protective of my community. There's nothing wrong with that. We got your back, guys. What we're doing, the reason the tribunal has come together and what our goal is to entertain you and to try to steer this thing in a direction where the stuff gets good. And I think a lot gets misinterpreted and we get accused of a lot of crap. Like the whole we're anti-diversity is such bullshit. None of us has ever brought that shit up. We've always stayed on content. No, who's anti-diversity? I don't care who's in my show. I don't give a rat's ass who's in my show. I don't care who the lead is. I don't need to identify them. So yes, I can absolutely root for a female lead. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, one of my all-time favorite shows. I don't identify with Buffy at all in any way. I've never been a cheerleader. I've never been a little girl. I've never been a vampire slayer, but I love the fucking show. So this, man, I really want to I got to find that guy who did that toxic fan argument, and he based it all on we have to identify with our heroes, which is total bullshit. When we're kids, yeah, but as an adult, I want to be entertained. I don't give a shit. I don't need to oh man, Sonequa Martin Green doesn't look like me, so that's why I have a problem with Star Trek. No, that is not why I have a problem with Star Trek Discovery. Is the least. I don't, like I've said before, take the same cast, give them good writers, and we can talk. There's actually, there's good people. The girl who plays Tilly is good. Doug Jones is fucking brilliant. The guy who plays Stamets, I'm forgetting his name now, the one who accused Kevin Spacey. He's a good actor too. So yeah, it's got nothing to do with that. So our goal is to entertain, and it is to bring awareness, and hopefully we can all join together and just making shit good again. That's all. And you know what? You don't have to take politics out of your shows. You just got to dial it back and make it interesting. If you're going to put it in there, make it interesting. Don't make it like just this rubber stamp of blah. Um, yeah. So I think a lot of that is just bullshit. So that's the goal. At least that's the way I see it. But mostly it's to entertain and have fun. But it's not like we don't feel passionate about, because I can think a lot of people get a lot of YouTubers later on get called sellouts. Well, they're there to make money. When they're there for their job, they need to sell out to a certain aspect to make money. But what brings YouTubers on is almost everyone that works is passion. There's a lot of channels that try to, that they put a lot of money into, and they try and they fail every fucking time. These really generic news setup channels where it's basically, it looks like ESPN, and they're talking at you and they're not really with the community, and they're all pre-written. And yeah, I find that stuff, it was good a couple of years ago, but not really authentic. And you can see the engagement has gone down on their channels. Yeah, I don't think production value has a lot to do with it, to be honest with you. It's nice to have and it's fun, but I don't know if it's necessary. Uh, with Buffy, you can identify about growing up and hating school, says Renee. Yep. Um, yeah, the reason I was drawn to Buffy was the dialogue. It was funny. It was the perfect mix for me, anyway, of the stuff I like. It's very comic book. It's very funny, but it did deal with some serious stuff. It did have some hardcore drama. Spoiler warning. I loved when they brought her back from the dead and she didn't want to come back. She was like, "I was happy, fucker." That was brilliant. Um, yeah, and then Angel, when Fred died, is holy shit. It's like, yeah, and Angel had the best last episode. God damn, that was such a good. I want to slay the dragon. Uh, Grand Moff Tarkin Expanse is canceled. Yeah, it was, but it's not anymore. It is not anymore. Yeah, that was a rough time, Grand Moff Tarkin. Uh, but I have to admit that I felt like it was going to get picked up again. There was a lot of stuff pointing to where it was getting picked up, and that's something I'm going to talk about a little bit in my Americans Gods video. That it almost sounds like there's a little sabotage going on to get away from stars to possibly go somewhere else. But you'll have to watch the video to find out. And I kind of think that's what the reason the contract was set up with the Expanse. The way it was set up was it was a poison pill, so it could get the hell away from sci-fi if the show became a hit and get somewhere else. But it also helped that a lot of fucking fans came out and did some amazing cool things. It was so fun to watch. That was a blast. That was a fun 3 weeks. Roller coaster ride, but it was a lot of fun. Apple Crow, what is up? What is up, Apple Crow? Again, that's why Cobra Kai was so great. Word. You had characters from every angle, and it showed why they were there, and not. It showed you why they were who they were. Absolutely, that's your blueprint for bringing a show back. God, I love Cobra Kai. Uh, Babylon 5 did political stuff so well. Yes, and so did Battlestar Galactica. And so does The Expanse. There's tons of there's tons of politics in The Expanse, but it makes sense in the framework of the story. It's really well done. Lorca, badly done. Should have been Damien Bashir or Javier Bardem. Oh, with better writing. I mean, Malfoy is a good actor. I can't remember his name, so I'm just calling him Malfoy. But it was his writing. The PC world is shit, Adam West, and it's detrimental to art. Okay, artists started the free speech movement, and now some of them are turning against it, and I find that really weird. And don't forget at 3,000 miles to change your gender fluid. Sorry, that one's mad because I got to give her full credit for that. uh, Never got into Buffy. My life was in chaos at the time. Totally understand. TJ Warner, I got into it late. As Melissa got me into it. She forced me to watch it. I did, and then I did the version of binging back then, which was getting all the DVDs and having. I'm like, do you believe I had to get up and replace discs and like hit fast forward? And oh man, those were dark times. I tell you, dark times. Halam, great point. I'm not a teenage witch, but I'm in love with Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Okay, maybe it's time I tell you I'm a teenage witch. I'm actually a 14-year-old girl named Tabitha, but I have a spell on and I just look like a 49-year-old aging punk rock or hipster or whatever who likes avocado. Um, what? Is that for real, Lane Bachelor? Patrick Stewart is cast as Bosley in the new Charlie's Angels. Oh my God. Okay. I mean, good. Okay, is it bad for me to admit that I like the Charlie's Angels movies for what they were? I actually was entertained by them. I thought they were funny. Uh, Ken Jack Ben says the only Buffy for me is Christy Swanson. None of the Michelle Gellar nonsense. I can't agree with that, but we'll agree to disagree. Ken Jack Ben, it's cool. I like the Christy. I like that movie too a lot. I mean, the whole hook for that movie was it was a ridiculous title. It was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was supposed to be just a joke, a gag, and it turned out to be a pretty damn good movie. And yes, I like the movie. Gary, you big tease, can't wait for the American Gods video. I'm glad to hear that because I have put a ton of time into it. Um, I got to talk to Tom about putting picture credit so I don't get a copyright strike. But yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles and stuff. And we have music now. I found some royalty free music, so we have a little song, well, barely a song, that we put at the end of all our videos. And I picked it because it's called "Beam Me Up." But it's royalty free. We won't get in trouble. Halam 899 love Cobra Kai. I mean Cobra Kai. Ooh, I watched it again, and it's like right up there with of course, The Expanse is on top for me and Legion. But Cobra Kai and Counterpart, man, it's actually been a really good year for TV. It's just not every show is great, but there's so many great ones out there. And it sucks having to wait so long for them. We're not getting any of them until God, 2019, January. Ooh, I was getting glary. Uh it's all about the writing, right, Viking bitch? I mean, that's what makes Farscape great. It's the dialogue. Farscape is a lot like Buffy in that way. It's like the general plots are good, they get you through, but it's all about character development and the character, getting invested into a character. Uh, they need to revisit that Viking bitch in television. I mean, I liked serialized television. I like the one big story throughout the whole season. I dig it. It's a great example of kind of a perfect first season is Veronica Mars season one. Veronica Mars season one is spectacular. Um, there is a CW show I like. I don't have time to watch it with all the other stuff, but I am a fan of iZombie. I like iZombie a lot. Uh, we tried to cover it, nobody watched. So I mean, I'll probably do like I think it's ending after this year or the last episode of this year. The Hunky Chucky Funky Monkey says, I never got into Buffy, couldn't get close enough to her. It's Buffy's not for everybody. It's not. But that's the kind of show I like. I like dialogue, a little bit of an adventure, sprinkle in some romance, some drama, demons, vampires. It's good stuff. If Cobra Kai was on Amazon, it would be it would be higher rated. Is that what you say, or more ranted? But uh, I think it's fine being on YouTube. The problem with YouTube is YouTube surrounded it with a bunch of garbage. They need to like really focus on that show and grow from there. And then YouTube can become a player in that market. And we'd be happy to talk about a show that if it does well, it actually benefits creators. Did you know that? So if you sign up for the YouTube premium service, which Cobra Kai is on, we get a little piece of that because we're on YouTube premium. So, I mean, not much, but we get a little piece of it. And that's nice. And it's nice to talk nice about YouTube because sometimes it's hard. It's hard. Uh, Generally, I'm grateful it's here though. Your glamour is that you look like a comic book store guy. I will take that as a compliment, Stephen Ernest. Yes. Uh, especially Steve. Now, after I've left it, that's where that's where I need to be. That's where I belong. That's the one job I was really good at and enjoyed all the time. And actually was successful at it. But I can't forget the bad. I can't forget the bad stuff and how I kind of did myself in. And that is a promised video. And I believe it's December 7th. What's that day? Let's check. December 7th is the day. I mean, the video is basically going to be me doxing myself. I'm showing my face and everything, but there is a story behind what happened at the comic store. Feisty knows some of it. So does oh my God, I almost said comics' name, Feisty. See, that's why you shouldn't tell me your real names. I almost said his real name. December 7th is a Friday. So yes, Friday I'm doing a big old video. We're gonna tell the story of the comic shop, kind of what happened, and talk about plans for the future and all that good stuff. But you're gonna hear some dirt. I'm gonna throw some dirt on myself. It'll be fun. But that way, like, not that I'm worried that I'm gonna get doxxed, but I don't have to worry about bad stuff because I'll be telling you all of it. Nothing too horrible. Patrick Stewart is like a Method Man feature. He makes everything better. Yeah, he does. Patrick Stewart makes life better. Him just being on the earth makes the earth better. But I don't know if his better can make. I hope so. I hope so. Idris Elba for Conan. You laugh. But if they yoke him up, I mean, it's a barbarian. I'd have a hard time arguing that one. I can argue Superman all day long. I can argue Michael B. Jordan as Superman all day long. Idris Elba for Conan. I mean, it's funny, Lamak. I laugh with you. Idris Elba for everything. What do we want for season 2? I want more flashbacks for Cobra Kai. I want more of the same. I want them to pace it exactly how they pace this one. Yeah, I want a little more background. And I really love the fact that they don't focus on Ralph Macchio. That's kind of why I love it. And I love a good redemption story. You can see that they're gonna probably eventually come together. And we had talked about this on the live stream. Looks like they're gonna, on the big long one, they're gonna put some elements of Karate Kid 3, and it actually makes it. Tom made a great point how it makes it relevant. Is comics real name Ryan Johnson? Yes. How did you get? How did you guess, Mako? You've been doxxed, comics division. Matt Guy says Amazon killed comic book stores. I got a list going to them and a video stores back in the day. Yes. Amazon has done its damage, and Amazon played some very dirty pool with comic stores about 10 years ago when they sent customers out to scan their books, and they would give them a coupon, a 10% off coupon if they went to a bookstore and scanned stuff. And I had to put up a rule like, do not break out your cell phone. If I catch you scanning anything, you're out. And I hate doing rules in my comic store. It's lame. I mean, there's the basic one, like, come in with pants on. But yeah, like I let people read my comics. I didn't care. I mean, comics were there to be read. But damn it. Yeah, if people were going to come in and scan and give my information to Amazon, I was like, hell no, get out of here. My old friends used to have Patrick Stewart wandering into the workshop unannounced because he was bored and wanted to chat. Oh, that is brilliant. That is so brilliant. So one of the couple of the best things that happened in the store was Peter Jackson and Philippa Boyles came in. Philippa Boyan, who co-wrote, who wrote Lord of the Rings, and Boyens. And I didn't recognize him at first because he had just had his gastric bypass surgery, or he lost all that weight really fast, whatever way. No judging. And so I'm like, God, that guy looks like an old British rock star. and I had all these little mini mates, and I was putting up like hundreds of mini mates, and I was super concentrating on them. Peter Jackson walks right behind me. I'm all, hey, what's up? How's it going? Um, and he bought a complete set of Y the Last Man trades, and then I look up, and it was Peter fucking Jackson. I'm like, it hit my brain because I saw Philippa, and I'm like, yeah, little speechless. It was amazing. Robin Williams came in. RIP Robin Williams, we miss you dearly. Came in. He frequented comic stores a lot. He was known to go into a lot of comic stores. He was a toy collector. We chatted about hot toys and stuff like that. It was cool to see him. We met Peter Mayhew came to the store for an event. Ray Stevens from Rome did a Punisher event. That was cool as hell. Comic creators. We had Ben Templesmith and Derek Robertson at the store at one time. That was fucking awesome. Yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff. Brent Spinner showed up to one of our events. I met a lot of people, met Mark Hamill, met Spike from Buffy, and yeah, this last year, met John Barrowman at Comic-Con. But yeah, it was cool having people wander into the shop. It was amazing. That's brilliant though. Just to be in a place where Patrick Stewart will walk into your shop. I want to be there. He did it so often that at the end they used to hide when when they saw him coming because they didn't want to talk. It's funny. He was just, aw, he just wanted to chat. So it probably got pretty bad. It's like, oh my God, Patrick Stewart's coming. That I had customers like that, Silver Spike. I loved him to death. Oh my God, I had this guy named David Gaines, was just this old this old artist. David Gaines used to paint all the Disney VHS covers, or Warner Brothers. No, not Disney, Warner Brothers. So all the cartoon covers, those were all redone, all the Bugs Bunnies and stuff. And David Gaines did that. So he was well off man. Living in San Francisco. He's all, Gary, how he's come in. Hi, Gary. I'm just having the roughest day. My Valium isn't working. Oh my God. And we would just, he talked to me for like 2 hours. So that's 2 hours of my time. So I saw David Gaines coming. We'd have to, sometimes I'd know, he would give me a warning that it was coming. So I had to call in somebody to my shop because I'm like, Gavins is coming. We need somebody to actually work while I talk to him for 2 hours. Yeah, totally no. David Gaines. I miss him. He was awesome. Oh, I haven't, Papal Crow. Have you watched any of Brent Spiner's YouTube comedy series about being washed up? I will watch it. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. I have not. Never even heard of it. Damn, I suck. They had work to do, and sadly, he started getting in the way. Yep. Oh, I can relate to that. That sucks. My volume isn't working. Yes. Yeah, he'd come in and like he had just popped a Valium and he'd have, like some wine with him and stuff. Yeah, it's funny. It's because it's San Francisco, and that's exactly how he talked. Hi, Gary. uh, Freaking David Games. So why is the mainstream media not responding to the CBS Star Trek issues, you ask, Lamac? They are afraid of backlash from CBS. CBS, as we get fewer and fewer or distributors, I'll call them, people, as we get fewer and fewer companies actually distributing our entertainment, it is going to become harder to report on them honestly for fear of backlash. They become too powerful. Works the same way in government, works the same way in life. Okay. Competition is good. I think it is. I am more of a fan of like this, like being a lot of small businesses, and I don't begrudge big companies for being big companies. We would not have a YouTube without a big company. I get it. But as with everything, there are limits, and we as human beings don't ever seem to follow that, myself included. So yes, that is the reason. The reason why is fear of CBS, fear of being smacked back. Now, can you imagine? We live in a time where the media fears companies probably more than they do governments. Um, that's bad. That's really bad. Or worse, Who knows? Maybe Deadline Hollywood in some way is owned by CBS. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but there's so much cross pollination with the ownership here. I fucking think that's part of the reason why it's like, oh, we CBS owns some stock in us, so we can't report that. Well, and that's why you have to come here and go to Mecca or go to Mead or Anti Trekker or any of us, of course, Doomcock. Um, CBS owns many different media. GameSpot is owned by CBS, for example, says Mako. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's way too much influence, and that is not cool. That's why I'm totally against the Disney Fox merger. 100% against it. I don't want it to exist. Yeah, it'd be great to have the X-Men back in the MCU. Then just buy the X-Men. Disney owning that much stuff is bad. It's very, very bad. Um, I mean, try to play the tape all the way through. It's great. Again, it's great to have the X-Men back and stuff, but down the road, we're going to miss having a Fox. Fox was very different from Disney. I loved what they did on television in the 80s. That new network was ballsy. I remember our people our age, when we were teenagers, everybody watched Fox. Nobody watched anything else when Fox came out. That's all we fucking watched. And MTV. Neanderthal DNA, The Last Jedi fans. Oh, I've been here several times. My brother lived there for what's that? Oh, the UK. Okay, Mary talking about the UK. I lived in Northern California. I lived in Northern California. It's been a few years, and it's been a few years in Napa. Says Ken Jack Ben. What's up? I love Napa. That's one of the places if I'm going to stay in the Bay Area, that's where I'd move. The media seems to speak for companies now rather than report on them. Great point. And YouTube seems to be the only place where people speak honestly about things. It is for now. Article 13 and Article 11 are concerning at best, and I'm really worried for my European friends. You guys got to fight hard for that, and I don't know what you can do. I honestly don't know what you can do, but hopefully, um, it doesn't go through, or hopefully this is all hyperbole and it's not as bad as we thought. I guess that's the best we can hope for, but it sounds awful. It really does. Um, I really enjoy talking to people from Europe. It's great. That's what makes this fun. Um, Talking to everybody everywhere. We've got people in South America. My God, somebody said hi from Siberia today. That's fucking brilliant. Sitting in my room, I'm socializing with people all over the world. Brilliant. Oh, San Francisco, you were talking about, Mary. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, San Francisco's all right. It's okay. I still like the city I was born in a little better, but it's because it's my hometown. You know, I like my sleepy little beach Encinitas. I s- I meant to say I spent a few years going to Napa back and forth. Oh, okay, gotcha. Napa does not have a comic store. Napa would be a very interesting place to own a comic store, wouldn't you think, Ken Jack Ben? There's a certain comic creator out there who's been trying to talk me into it for 5 years. Derek Robertson has been trying to get, but the thing is, that commute from here would suck donkey balls. New internet free of government. Yeah, what happened to the free internet that they were going to pass out? Did you notice how that one just got squashed to death? I mean, they went as far as to setting up wireless antennas around the city and stuff, and like they were going to offer free internet, and all of a sudden it's squash. I mean, is that still happening? I hope it is. I mean, I don't know who's going to pay, probably taxpayers, but that's a tax I honestly wouldn't mind paying. I think the internet is at this point a utility. I think we just got to call it what it is. Hey man, Napa is an underserved area. You could do a killing over there. Lots of people with money to burn. Ken Jack Ben, you are right. That's exactly what Derek Robertson said to me. Is that there's a bunch of families up there now. It's not just a bunch of rich white folks. It's so there's like middle class families there. Um, they just had that big earthquake a couple years ago. They're still crawling out from under that. Uh, that's awesome. Tommelfinger says Finland has free internet in big cities. I think that should be everywhere. I don't want to sound, you know. I think it's a utility. I think at this point, uh, why deny people? I mean, I don't like paying taxes. I really, really don't. I'm very anti overtaxation, but there's certain stuff like I wouldn't mind. Like listen, I got to pay for roads and my sewage system. Fine. Internet, fine. Um, we have a free city college here now that's paid for by it started out being paid for by if you have property tax on like $1 million house or no, it was like more than that. Like if your house was worth a couple million or something, your property tax paid for the city college. I don't want to get into politics, but they lowered it now. So I can go take an illustration class at City College for free. What the hell? Uh, Tesla knew of a way to people to get free electricity. Yes, he did. But Edison said, but if we can't charge it, what's the point? I don't think it was Edison. It was, God, who was the big rich guy back then? It was his financier. Oh, I'm forgetting. You know what I'm talking about. One of the starts with the P or something like that. Yeah. Uh, God, one of the stupid rich people from the early 1900s. He was actually a billionaire back then. I think he said, but it doesn't matter. The point is there. And the point is the same conversation probably happened for the net. You're absolutely right, Mako. It's like that crazy rumor, like there's a perpetual battery out there, but Duracell like bought the patent for it and buried it. Now it's probably an urban legend, but still doesn't take away from the point. Would you believe, I could totally believe that would happen, that there's some battery that could last forever, but they buried it because they couldn't bill it and they can't make money off it. It's shit like that that needs to stop. We need to keep progressing, people. Now, our Tesla, which is trying, by the way, Elon admires Edison more than he does Tesla, but for his sales skills, probably not for his cruelty to animal skills. Uh, yeah, it's Tesla wants to sell stuff, but they're trying to make it better. The Gigafactory and that battery factory is massive. The one in Nevada. We're trying. We're trying. Oh, what time is it? 12:30. I only watched Runaways because Marsters was in it. Yeah, I'm that shallow. Silver Spike, so am I. And thank you for admitting you're not shallow because you admitted it. Love Marsters. What'd you think of Runaways, Silver Spike? I'm curious to see what you think. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. Dennis kind of liked it too. And that was I think it's more of a surprise that I liked it than Dennis. Dennis likes CW stuff, so I think it fits in there. But it was quite good. It was quite good. It had definite cringy moments that you have to get over. That's why I wouldn't call it a perfect. It was much better than Cloak and Dagger. J.P. Morgan. Yeah, yeah, Mako. Yeah, that's it. You're right. Thank you. Element 115, free energy. Says Lane Bachelor. Wasn't that? Oh my God, why am I forgetting his name now? Oh, it's because I'm on a live stream. Thank you, Google. Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar talked about Element 115. That's the woo woo. Um, I'll watch everything with Karen Gillan and Olivia Munn, says Mako. Karen Gillan for sure. Olivia Munn, most stuff. Yeah, the only thing my experience with Olivia Munn was walking with her at Comic Con when she was in the Slave Leia outfit. Cloak and Dagger, I stopped watching after episode 3. Says Halal 899. Yeah, I made it to. We made it through. I gave it. Yes, Bob Lazar, Lane Bachelor. I gave it a good shot, and I Viking bitch says I rage quit Cloak and Dagger. Have not been that pissed in a while. It was funny that we rage quit on the same episode for two different reasons, but when I went and saw your perspective on that Viking bitch, I got doubly pissed and quit again. Yeah, the whole suicide thing was stupid as fuck and really shallow and not well done and fucking lame. And yeah, and then the other thing was lame too, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm still streaming. Well, for a little while. I promise some woo woo. We'll do a little bit of that towards the end. Oh, so Rain, yeah, sorry, Mako. Rainn Wilson announced that Harry Mudd will be coming back for season two. It's not a big surprise, but he is returning. Rainn Wilson, who I mostly liked, right? Oh God, what's the Rocker? I love that movie. But when he came out and kind of dissed people for not wanting to pay for Star Trek Discovery, that was a stupid move. Like F you, dude. Like everybody's like going out and buying live. Some people can't afford it. Asshat. It was really fucking insensitive about that. Comparing it to like, oh, just stop buying your coffee. Well, you know what? Not everybody buys $5 cups of coffee, asshole. Some people can't afford $5 a month. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to say a vast majority of the world cannot afford $5 a month for CBS. So yeah, be a little sensitive to that, you shithead. But yes, Harry Mudd is coming back. Harry Mudd I've never liked Harry Mudd. I didn't like the original one. I don't like this one. Um, we'll see. What they're making this Harry Mudd though is at least the Harry Mudd in the original series was like a player. And I don't think he was inherently evil. I think this Harry Mudd is evil. I think he's bad, and we saw, and it also, oh my god, the ending to his episode was one of the dumbest endings I've ever seen to a single TV show. It just wrapped up like this, and they let him go, and his wife was looking. I was like, come on. And now the wife thing, that was kind of funny, but it didn't fit. It was so like planted onto that weird show because everything, yeah, it just really stood out as bizarre. Now but goddamn, that was bad. There, I covered the Harry Mudd stuff. I'd rather get back to the woo woo and the Racat structure. Um, Sometimes I just put stuff in the title because I need to put stuff in the title, and that's what not that you need. I mean, like the 70,000 subscriber live streamer is going to listen to the one with 5,000 subscriber, but I get for my channel, I get a lot of hits on my live streams. For most of them, not all, but most. I get over 1,000 views, and I'm very happy with that. I mean, some people would think, "Oh, that's nothing." That's actually a lot for a channel our size and for the length of the video. And people stay on for a long time. And I think the difference is I just give them a proper title. Now, there's been a big debate about clickbait. I think a lot of people are misinterpreting what clickbait is. Clickbait is, um, Ryan Johnson's trilogy canceled, and you click on video, and there's something there's that stupid song playing. Never gonna give you up. That's fucking clickbait. Or you put something in title and you never talk about it. You could frame a lot of things to they're not clickbait. For when you want people to click on your shit. Okay. You don't want to piss them off. You don't want to lie to them. Just make sure that your title is accurate. And sometimes if it's not, I don't talk about something in live stream. I go back and I rechange the title to something I do talk about. Um, but you just make sure you cover it. And if it's something you covered before, make sure you put a new angle on it, and you're being honest. Or put a question mark at the end. Do it. That's Eric Van Daniken. The way he got away with Chariots of the Gods is he put a question mark after everything. The title of the book is Chariots of the Gods, you know, ancient aliens. That's how he put a question mark after everything. And that's how you do it. Or you actually talk about your subject. I don't know. That's crazy. Which is what I try to do. But yeah, definitely name your live streams, and you can go back and change the title later. But if you're just putting on a live stream, like uh, Geeks and Gamer Live, well, you're going to get your hardcore fans, but you're not going to get people passing through, and you want to do that. So you want to like put a title on it. Figure out what you get, and even if you're just spouting away, just title it the thing you talked about the most. I don't know. Unsolicited advice from Gary. There you go. Sorry, I probably bored the shit out of you guys. Uh, do, 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 do. Let's face it, more people will get enjoyment from a cup of coffee over STD. This is true. I do. I love coffee. I cannot wait. As a matter of fact, I did not get my Pete's before this one, so I have to go get my Pete's afterwards. I am addicted to Pete's. They raised their prices. It used to be $1.85. Now it's $2.85. And I have a coffee machine. I make coffee here, but it's just, I don't know. It's a little more crackalicious. If we're going to say a best episode of Star Trek Discovery would be the Mirror Universe, the first one, I would say. If we're going to call a best episode of, but that doesn't make it good. Apple Crow. If I'm going to subscribe to something, it better be quality. If it isn't, why should I give them money? Branding, something like Trek doesn't make it Trek. Yeah, slapping. Oh my God. That's why I love you, Apple Crow. It's good to see you. Slapping a label on something doesn't make it show, number one. There you go. I'll go one further. Just because you produced, you turned cameras on, people acted, you wrote a script and you filmed it, you put it on television, that does not make it art. It makes it a TV show that was produced. Yes, Halal 899. We will be covering The Gifted season 2. I like The Gifted. I thought it was good. I don't know if Dennis is going to be on with me. He really hates Stephen Moyer. And we'll see if he can get over that. Because he tends to, like a lot of us do. He gets stuck on something and he starts starts to sound like a broken record, which is fine. Like, for every other video or something like that. But for every video, it will be a complaint about Stephen Moore. So we'll see how he feels about it. Otherwise, I'll probably just do him alone. I am going to start mixing in recaps for especially the stuff I do late. I might not do them all live, or I have a different idea to incorporate with the patrons. So I could just pitch it here. I was going to tell the patrons, but with the recorded videos instead of, because like this American Gods one is killing me. It's like taking too much time. So I'm gonna do some live videos with patrons only. So I'll let you guys know in advance. I'll let you know what the topic is. Come at me with whatever questions if you want to be a participant. And we record the video. It's kind of like, so it becomes a hybrid recorded video live stream. That'll be a little easier to edit. I can get more actual content with you guys interacting. And it's also an incentive for the patrons. I think that'd be a good idea from here on out. Yeah, that's what's been happening lately. Apple Crow said, "I agree, Gary. Stories with zero consequences really push my buttons hard. They do, and things just don't matter. It's just become a thing. Like it's like the '80s. And this is not a criticism of '80s G.I. Joe cartoons or Transformer cartoons, but they were fucking commercials. That's all they were. And that's all this stuff is. Now, Star Wars has become just a big, long commercial. It really isn't about like what happens or anything. And I mean, this is not news to anybody, but it really has really gotten bad. So yeah, that's basically The Last Jedi is a Transformers cartoon, but not as good. I mean, I really don't make like honestly, it was so funny when the Transformers movie came out and we were all in our teens. So like when you're a teenage boy, you cannot fucking cry. You cannot cry. There's no way you are crying in front of somebody or you are, oh man, you might as well move. Change high schools. Like if you shed a tear over a movie, you would not hear the end of it for the rest of your life for your friends. But when Optimus Prime died, everybody was like, "There's something in my eye. I gotta go in the room. I have to go pee." Everybody left the room. It was funny as hell. Probably helped that we were like all really stoned out of our minds, but yeah. Lando pansexual was clickbait, big time. It was created too. I mean that was a masterful job of clickbait done by, I forgot the website now, by asking the question, cornering the creator. I mean, a lot of people got mad
at Kasdan, but I'd like to come at with a little bit of a, I mean, like saying pansexual is fucking stupid. And I don't think there's any other way. He could have just not commented. He should have done that. He just said, what? Um, I heard my dad calling. He wants me to write another Indiana Jones movie or something. Probably shouldn't have answered the question, but I'll give him that. The guy was cornered, and sometimes you get cornered and you just want to get away. So I can't get too mad at him for that. It's more of the reporter and that shit they did. Oh dear, she killed her captain and started a major war, but hey, that's okay, grumble. By the end of the story, they gave her a fucking medal. Gary, giving more to your patrons will always be to your benefit. We love you the most. And yeah, that's true. And I feel the love. Yeah, so I think that's a good idea. I think I'm trying to find ways creatively because I've only got so much time, so my time is like Tetris. So I'm trying to find ways creatively to do that. Um, I will be messaging the patrons. Actually, you're going to get to see the American Gods video early, so I'll be in touch with the patrons this evening, prior to Better Call Saul. I'm going to finish up the chat here. Thundercats, the movie Thundercats are loose. Feel the magic, hear the roar. Thundercats are loose. TJ Warner, I love the Thundercats. I really did. Halam, I loved the 80s Transformer cartoon. The only place when I was a teenager, the only place I was on time was to get stoned and watch cartoons. Oh, fucking goddamn right, Silver Spike. Goddamn. Lando is no Captain Jack. By the way, the first pansexual is the best pansexual, is the real Captain Jack, is Captain Jack fucking Harkness. Goddamn right. And man, do we need something. Oh, I want him to come back as that character. I adore that character so much. And yeah, so yeah, come at us with the anti-diversity shit, please. And yeah, um, I want Torchwood back so bad. I love that show, man. And it's not perfect. But I love the character of Jack. It's actually got some stinkers in it, but the character of Jack Harkness is fucking brilliant. My favorite modern Doctor Who is Utopia. Cordell Fenville says, got the Thundercats tune stuck in my head now. I love that show as a kid. It's an earworm. Yes, Mako. He is the face of Bo. He absolutely is the face of Bo. I choose to believe so. You got the touch. You got the power. Well, you can't prove she killed her captain because that's classified in the mirror universe. And brought back a psycho emperor. Yeah, Tommy Fingal. She brought back Space Hitler. I think a freaking Mecca said that. That was hilarious. Still out there, Mecca? I'm pinging you. Ping. What brings in Mecca? All hell Doomcock. Mecca Random 42. It's kind of like when I want to see Viking bitch, I just say Farscape. I will try to keep up the optimism, Mako. I'm generally pretty optimistic. I try. I'm not perfect at that at all, but thank you. I don't know about legend, but I mean, you're a legend, Mako. Feisty fan's a legend. The writer said the whole Bo bit wasn't meant to be taken seriously. Just because it wasn't meant to be taken seriously doesn't mean I can't. That's a good question, though. I think we should I could do an entire video, dude. I'm sorry to dude you, Silver Spike. I do to everybody. I do an entire video on is the face of Bo Captain Jack. Let's talk. I have seen the OC Halam 899, and I'm very, very humiliated to say that I enjoyed it. That's the guy who writes The Runaways. But there was a lot of comic book stuff in there. I like my share of trash TV. Come on. Oh God, yes. What was the Vampire Diaries? My God, I watched every episode of the Vampire Diaries. Matt Guy, be positive and peace out. Got a jet. I watch Gilmore Girls, says Tommy. I didn't watch that, but I probably would have. Yeah, I watched some, crazy shows. It's okay. I like to be entertained. The Vampire Diaries, it was fun to predict because it was one of the most predictable shows on TV. Oh my God, you want to talk about feelings in hallways and secrets and shit? That is the worst. I've also seen Gossip Girl, Halam, and my wife and I enjoyed that. And yes, Ken Jack Ben, I watched True Blood. I would have been covering True Blood on this channel, but that final season, man, that last episode, that final season was a slap in the face to anybody who ever watched or liked that show. What they did to Bill at the end fucking sucked. I was so mad. They could have ended it the season before and just ended it like that, and I would have been fine. This season 1 was great of that show. Suck it. Could they make a show like that anymore? Ken Jack Ben? I mean, because it was filled with sex and naked people, and somebody would have been offended for sure. But I love the whole concept of it. Melissa read all the books. She said they're complete trash, but she loves trashy books, so she's all they're trash, and I loved them. Junkie Chunky Fucking Fix says, Gary, your cred is dropping every sentence. Oh, thank you. The Hunky. Well, please stay subscribe. I'll re-earn my cred. I'm just being honest. What can I say? Legion, Counterpart, The Expanse. By the way, speaking of cred, if y'all want Expanse material, I did a review yesterday, had a great chat with a lot of you people in here. Go take a look. Give it a click. It's not getting a lot of love right now. Maybe it was me. I don't know. I love True Blood, but the end sucked. No pun intended, Mary. If the book's Lafayette died, yeah, Lafayette dies like really early. Snarf. Yeah, True Blood last episode was same old bullshit. It was total bullshit. Yeah, same here, Pen Farm Girl. First season surprised me. See, there's like stuff I watch for me, and then there's stuff like you got to watch with your partner. All right. And sometimes, well, all the time, your partner denounce the wicked avocado, and I may consider staying subscribed. I can denounce a wicked avocado, but not a good one. I don't know. I denounce Star Trek Discovery and everything it's for. Does that help? Star Trek The Last Jedi. Yes, Ken Jack Ben. The actor he's dead now too. I will denounce the wicked avocado for you, Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. I dare not lose your subscription. That would hurt my channel immensely. Please don't go. That'll do. Thanks. If I was a teenager and I watched Vampire Diaries, who would be a celebrity crush on Vampire Diaries? I don't know anybody's name. I don't know. I don't know anybody's name from that show. I've like wiped it from my memory. It was fucking god awful, but I could eat an avocado for hours. Oh, I can't wait to have one for lunch. The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey made me hungry for one. At least in True Blood, the vampires are horrible, depraved creatures, but the werewolves were ridiculous. The werewolves were like a freaking white biker gang. Yeah, Joe Manganiello or whatever his name is, Flash Thompson from Spider-Man movie. Let's face it, that's why my wife watched it for him and Skarsgård. That's Skarsgård family, man. That's some good stock right there. Oh, Matt M, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. You rock. Oh, hang on, folks. Just got a message from the boss. Give me just a second there. BRB. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have to can we get the likes up to 50? That would be great. Sorry. I did Gary, watch Riverdale and you will go into your deepest, darkest. I did. We covered it for premieres and I didn't like it so much I didn't want to talk about it. It was kind of like if you've noticed the Purge review is I made it unlisted. You can still watch it at nerdrotic.com where you can see all of our schedules. It's still there, but I took it off the channel. I fucking hated that so goddamn much. And all I did was bitch about it for an hour. It's like, oh God. I mean, it was very cathartic, but if you want to see it, it's on the website. Lick that button. That's good. Fried avocado takes me to Deadpool's face. Yeah, no, actually it is time for me to go. That was well, I mean, she's not mad. She gave me a little, see, she's all hi. She's all right, that one. I'm not really in trouble, but I should go do things. Plus, I think you're getting a bonus live stream later tonight. We're going to do the room review tonight. The Purge is good for constipation. Yes. That's why, my favorite saying has multiple levels. This too shall pass. It's good for a lot of things like that. Did you watch Scream, the TV series? I did not. Was it good, Matt? What would make you, I got to go. I want to know what makes Viking Bitch incredibly happy. Well, I know what makes Viking Bitch incredibly happy. Let's get all the Skarsgård brothers to appear in Vikings, right? And Viking Bitch says that would make me incredibly happy. I was all for him being Thor, yoking up and being Thor, but then Hemsworth was better. And then they put his dad in the Thor movie. I thought that was cool. Yes, we're still reviewing The Good Place. I just got a message from Dennis saying that I've got the date wrong. I think it's like today, right? I'm pretty sure it premieres. Was it today or next Monday? I can't remember now. Today. Yeah, so we are reviewing it today. Yes, we are going to do it. I just got the date wrong on the schedule. Dennis is really good about reminding me stuff like last minute. He doesn't really catch like right before we start a video, he'll be all like, yeah, you got a booger in your beard or something like that. Like after I've hit the record button, so I'm thumbs up. Yes, today. So yes, we're covering The Good Place today. That's a Nerdrotic premiere. We're gonna see if I'm gonna try it out, see if I like it. Here's a couple of worries I have. We're not a normie channel, so I'm not really into network television. And it's I heard the show's special. It's different. It's not really formulaic network stuff because I just don't enjoy that stuff at all. And I don't want to sit here and bitch about something I don't enjoy. But Dennis really wanted to try it, so we got to, Dennis has some say too. Beard boogers. I'm never gonna hear the end of that. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out, but yeah, we're not gonna go all normie on you. Believe me, I can't wait for another superhero vampire wizard show to come out. Yeah. I love Scream Queens. It was silly, but Jamie Lee Curtis was good. I love Jamie Lee Curtis is awesome. Melissa and I ran into her at a Starbucks in Riverside, and she was super cool, and she looked great. My God, she looked great. Viking bitch, like, I like the goods. Oh no, you're wrapping up. I just got done recording the thing for Patreon. I am wrapping up, Mecca. I've got to go. I got stuff to do, but you could always live stream. I'm sure they would love to talk to you. And I've got like, I will be back. We're going to be back on a couple times tonight. Yeah. I don't know about well, we'll see, but at least a couple times. We're doing Better Call Saul, and we're going to do The Good Place. Stay excellent, Mako. Doors and Quarters, most definitely. But so yeah, everybody, please check out nerdrotic.com for our live schedule. I'm going to run our old Patreon video, which I have not updated yet, but I really need to. And we've got like 46 patrons now. That's fucking awesome. So yeah, I will be chatting with you guys shortly tonight. So yeah, Good Place tonight, and then Better Call Saul, and then there's The Gifted's next week. I think because it's kind of light this week, we're going to be adding a live stream. I'm sure Midnight's Edge and Mecca are going to do live streams too. So please check out their live streams, and who knows, we might end up on each other's live streams. You never know. But please subscribe to Mecca Random 42. She is in the chat, by the way. Hang on. I'm presenting. I cannot do two things at once. Yeah, so please subscribe to Mecha Random 42 and subscribe to Midnight's Edge After Dark. I will put all these links in the description. Actually, if you go to and subscribe to Doomcock, of course, all hail Doomcock. Now, if you go to my main webpage or main YouTube channel, you will see there's a little thing that's related channels. Well, above it, you can edit a little box right there, and I made a tribunal thing. So if you look to the right, you can see all members of the tribunal. Click on their channel and you can subscribe to them. So, and I'll show you a picture of that once the video is done. Let me get back to some of the chat before we go. Viking Bitch again says, I really like The Good Place. Well, then that's enough for me. That is really enough for me. Oh, Mecha Random, you're so welcome. You shout me out all the time. You kidding me? Mecha Random has the knack for live streaming. Not a ton of people can do that. Yours are engaging, entertaining. You are really, really good at engaging with the chat. That's what I like out of a live stream anyway. Hail Nerdrotic Channel says, Richard. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Hail, Richard. TJ Warner, Viking Bitch, Halam 899, Penn Farm Girl, Ken Jack Ben, Mecha Random 42. Oh man, we had a lot of people. The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey still subscribed. Woohoo! Right on. Black Robin 71, Tommelfinger, Mako, Apple Crow, Matt M, new subscriber. Awesome. Thank you so much. Liam Hodgetts, trying to get us up to 50 likes. I appreciate it. Thank you, Liam. Appreciate that. Adam West, still alive. So happy you're here. And Adam West did not like Riverdale. Cordell Fenival, I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome. Daniel Nolan, my good friend. Daniel, this is the Daniel Nolan, like the Daniel Nolan, right, Dan? Like the one who, maybe it's just another Daniel Nolan, but there's a Daniel Nolan who, basically, I wouldn't have got my comic shop if it wasn't for the Nolans. Vampire Diaries is a terrible show, but Nina Dobrev is freaking hot. Yeah, I think that's a Daniel Nolan. I know. Rich Silverwood. What's up, Daniel? How's it going? I saw you at the tribunal. That was funny. Silver Spike. Silver Spike. It's always good to see Silver Spike. Slurmy Scott. What's up, Slurmy Scott? I'll tell Dennis you said hi. Lamac. Going up farther. Looking for new names. If I miss anybody, please forgive me. Willie Woodward. If you love superheroes, used to read comics a lot, but no longer read them due to bullshit. No longer watch the movies, shows. B says, no longer a fan. I'm still a fan. Always be a fan. There's always old stuff to read, Willie. And I'm tired of some of the bullshit. It's not everywhere. And the whole point of what we're trying to do with the tribunal is to keep it from going everywhere. There is still I would say there's still the right. I won't say vast majority is good, but there's still a lot of good. There's enough good out there to entertain you. But the thing is, I want Star Trek to be good. I'm greedy like that. I want Star Trek to be good. I want Star Wars to be good. So if we don't say anything, nothing's going to change. All right. I think there's a way to make most everybody happy. You can't make everybody happy, but you can make most everybody happy. And it wouldn't take much. Well, it would take much because it would take Hollywood to dial back their fucking egos. That's it. That's all this is. That's all this ideology and everything that's being injected in. It's not because they actually care about any of these causes they talk about. It's for attention. And I understand they're actors. Actors crave attention. That's the reason they become actors. Pretty much the sole reason they become actors. And that's fine. That's fine. Same reason for YouTubers. So, can't throw stones in a glass house. But dial it back a little bit. That's all. I'm not saying fundamentally change your life or, go one way or the other. That's not what we're asking. But it seems to be too much. I don't know. Let's get back to thanking people. Liam Hodgetts. Thank you, Liam. Matt Guy. Feisty fan. Limac already said that. Oh, Lane Bachelor. Hello, Lane Bachelor. How are you? Good to see you. If I missed anybody's chat, I do apologize. Please copy and paste it. And Penn Farm Girl, I said your name, right? Okay. I thought I saw Rough Girl in here. I haven't seen Rough Girl in a while. Hope she's okay. If I missed anything, I do apologize. It's hard to get to everything. And copy and paste it in the comments. Cordell Fenvel says we need more Dennis. Yeah, we will get more Dennis. We could get Dennis tonight. Tonight you will get Dennis. Yeah. And Nigel, thank you. Nigel brought Savage. Thank you for coming in from the UK. And letting us all know that your food is getting better. Your teeth aren't fucked up. Fuck those dumb stereotypes. But to keep the good ones, like the polite stereotype, that's good. That's a good stereotype. Clean's good. That's very, very good. Don't you go changing, UK. Okay, we love you just as you are. Like Bridget Jones, just as you are. Okay, so that's one of those fucking movies I didn't like, but I had to go see it for my wife. All right. So that's why I know about it. Yeah, yay, Dennis. And Susan. Yay, Susan. We can't forget Susan. So you guys all have waves, iron, frying pan, and yelling, not the Klingons. All right. 54 licks on that button. Nice. Doors and corners, everybody. Y'all have a great day. If you can, you got time, check out our Patreon and, definitely check out our other videos. Please, if you're an Expanse fan, check out the book review. And I will see you later today. May the small folks sing songs of your greatness.